Hello, hello. I made it back. I'm in a new place, so it's a little dark here. How are you? Let me know if you can hear me below. Let me see if I can brighten this. Hello. I'm here. Yay, you can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me. 1 second. I'm in a new place. So, currently at a resort. It looks like the Wi-Fi is a little finicky, so let me know if you can hear me if you are here. There we go. I'm going to put this up here. All right. Let's see here. Okay. 1 second here. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, okay, Carol. Awesome. Thank you so much, Carol. All right. We'll hope that the Wi-Fi stays pretty good. I don't know why it is a little finicky, but I'm in a hotel, so I don't know how the Wi-Fi is acting up here because I'm not at home. I'm actually, I tagged along at a conference. My husband is at a work conference in Virginia. And so we got to see Washington, D.C. We got to explore some adventures. We stayed at a bed and breakfast on, when was it? Saturday. And I hung out in the town and went on a little trail today. I went to a coffee shop, got a little mocha, and I am back here and ready to go right now. So I hope to pump you up on this Monday. And today I'm going to be talking about 5 times that I almost burned my business down to the ground because I was super frustrated with it, and how I turned that around and built this 6-figure business. I'm on my way to making 6 figures this year, and also beyond money, beyond 6 figures, just a business where I do have the freedom to be able to do stuff like what I'm doing right now, which is travel, go to my husband's work conference, work from anywhere. My days, majority of the day is spent doing things to fill my cup. And that's really cool because in the classroom, I was unable to have the time, like have even 10% of the day to fill my cup. And when I switched to online teaching, which I'm sure, Carol, that you've online taught online as well, it was better, and I had a lot more freedom, and I had a lot more control over, my schedule and how I could design my days. Let me see if I can move a little brighter here. But I still was missing the component of truly being able to work from anywhere, not having to worry about money and canceling classes, traveling for longer than a week or longer than a few days. And also just like being able to have more time where I'm not actively on camera, right? So when I was teaching online, I was actively on camera a lot. So I'm going to talk about the 5 times that I really had to develop a fearless mindset in my business. And if you are here, and right now, I think just Carol, you're just here right now, but you're here watching the replay. Let me know in the comments what your goal is for this year. Like, what type of business are you building? What is your goal? Do you know your goal? Do you have clarity on your goal? And nothing is too big of a dream. Nothing is too big of a goal. So if your goal is, to live in a different country, if your goal is to retire early, if your goal is to make 7 figures or more, like nothing is too big. So whether you're here watching the replay, and if you're here watching the replay, put a hashtag replay in the chat, but also let us know whether you're here right now or in the replay, what is your goal for the next year, for 2024? And we're not quite done with 2023. So 4 months is a lot. Like, a lot can happen in 4 months. I remember that when I started my business completely from scratch, and I was teaching online, in 4 months, I almost entirely replaced my monthly teaching income. So you can do a lot if you put your mind to it, right? In 4 months. Okay, so the first thing that I am going to share with you, and the first time that I almost burned my business, or the first crazy thing that I did that was like, I was really afraid. I took a lot of messy action. 1 second here. Pulling it up. Is when I started from zero after leaving classroom. So I know that, Carol, that you're an online teacher, but for those of you watching who started from, or who are starting from scratch, I think that was the most insane thing that I ever did, was leaving in the classroom in March of 2020 with nothing lined up. And there was a lot of mindset shifts that I had to make this possible. But I basically moved with my husband from Minnesota to Pennsylvania during the start of COVID and realized, I need to work from home because I cannot actually work in person anymore because of COVID. And so what I did was I didn't even know what I could do. I knew that I had teaching skills, obviously, but I didn't know any other option, because the most common thing for teachers to do, right, is to teach in the classroom. Yes. So I did stumble upon on YouTube online teaching. And that's actually, if you look back to my videos 3 years ago, you can see that I was starting out teaching online, and I was starting with VIP Kid. And then I switched to Go Go Kid. And then I switched into teaching music classes without school. And so that is perhaps the craziest thing that I ever did. And obviously now I work for myself. There's no other online companies, and I have zero regrets leaving teaching. But I really did have to take that big leap of faith into online teaching, into building my business, and into just doing the thing, starting messy. I had no idea how to teach on Zoom, no idea how to, create these music classes. I really didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I was doing. So what I had to do, and let me know, Carol, if your experience was the same or if you had some experience teaching online before, but what I had to do was just go and refine my steps and my moves as I went along, right? So I did end up investing in a membership. I remember a membership from Lainey Goff that was like, how to sign on more students into your classes. And Carol, maybe you were in that membership too. But basically, that is what I did, is I invested in a membership. I implemented the steps in the membership. I took steps every single day. I refined my classes, all this stuff, and I went full throttle into teaching online. So that is the first crazy thing that I did, that has brought me to where I am today. The second step I took, messy action I took, which I'm sharing these because I want you to know that there are failures along the way. So my journey is not a journey of everything worked out perfectly. And let me know in the chat if you've had, if you felt this way, or if you're getting what I'm putting down. But basically, I didn't have a perfect journey. I wasn't someone who started posting online or created my first course and had a 6-figure launch. That wasn't my journey. My journey is a journey of resilience, of continuing to conquer my fears, of continuing to move and lead first, of continuing to refine my skills, my content, continuing to invest in mentorship and support, continuing to be a student despite failing, despite many failures along the way. Okay, Carol, thank you. um, so the first major failure that I had was my very first course flop. So my very first course, I created a course, right? And it was, I don't even remember how many modules it was. I think it was like 7 modules. I created all the trainings. It was called the Teacher to Boss Society. And I was super excited for this course. I spent hours recording the video trainings and showed up on YouTube out here weekly to serve my audience, serve my dream clients, serve my online teachers. And I showed up on my IG stories every single day to serve and to sell this course. I also invested in to create this course and to make sure that it was really impactful. I invested into a one-to-one mentor for 3 months long. And that was my first ever business coach. And I was really, really nervous about it. Like I remember talking with my parents and my husband about, investing in this business coach. And I had never invested this much money before. This was a 4-figure investment. So this was over $1,000. And I had never gotten that type of support. And for me, coming from a traditional background of getting my degree and spending 4 years in college, like investing in a mentor was something totally new that I never thought, like never even imagined that I would ever do. So I invested in this mentor. I spent, over $1,000 on this mentor for 3 months. And she helped me to really narrow down my course, who it was going to be for, who I would serve, the content that I needed to create to attract them. And then I launched this course. And I thought this was going to be like at least a $10,000 launch. Okay. Because I was listening to these other teachers and they were saying how they had 6-figure launches. They had like $50,000 launches. It was crazy. And I had a total of, drumroll, a total of 2 teachers. 2 teachers sign up to this course. And I literally my heart sank. But I spoke with my mentor and I ended up turning around my mindset, shifting around my mindset to, instead of only 2 people bought, this must be a failure. This must be a complete flop. Maybe I'm not meant to do this. Maybe I should just go back to just fully teaching online. To, oh my gosh, 2 people signed up to this course. 2 people bought. Like that was the first time that I was able to make money from social media, from creating content and attracting my own students instead of relying on an online teaching platform like VIP Kid, Google Kid, or OutSchool. So for me, having that like mindset shift was everything, because you can look at other people and be in comparison mode and say, oh my gosh, like I did not have as successful of launch as them. Maybe I'm not meant to do this. But you can also change your mindset to this. You actually made money online. If you can make money online and you signed on 2 clients, you can do it again. And through refining and through investing in mentorship and through learning and through researching, you can actually multiply this. So what happened is I celebrated those 2 teachers and I was so on fire that I invested in another course to market and sell my previous course. And when I launched it the second time, I had 16 course enrollments. So I had 8 times the amount of clients enrolled. And I had like about a 10,000 launch. I think that was about a 10,000 launch. So I made my goal back. So it goes to show you what a simple mindset shift can be. And the number one mistake that I see a lot of teacherpreneurs and new online coaches make is their mindset is, oh, I didn't sign on multiple clients, or oh, I just got a DM, but the person didn't buy, but the person ghosted me. Well, you know what? A DM, someone literally taking the time to message you and to say, "Hey, I'm interested in your offer," that means something is working. So if you can figure out what's actually working and how to activate them even more, that's your road to signing on that client. So it's not a failure in my eyes. It's definitely a step in the right direction. So you want to look at our growth like this. Instead of you going, you want to look at your growth like this. Hey, I didn't sign on a client, but someone DM'd me. Amazing. You did something right with your content. Hey, I didn't sign on a client, but someone commented on my reel. Amazing, right? Okay, so that fearless mindset, that mindset shift, that resilient mindset is literally what has gotten me this far on my way to six figures. So, the third time that I almost burned my business down to the ground was this last when was it? November. Hello, introduce yourself because I can't see who is here with me. Oh, I still have Carol's comment up here. Thanks for coming, you guys. Welcome to my humble hotel room. Okay, so the third time that I almost burned my business down to the ground. We're talking about all my failures today, you guys. We're talking about all the stuff that kind of flopped and how I almost burned my business down to the ground, but then I didn't. And now I'm on my way to six figures. So I'm hoping that this helps you to feel like, wow, I'm not the only one who's on the struggle bus. I'm not the only one who's had a flop. I'm not the only one, and I can still be successful no matter if I flop or not. Okay? So, is when I got COVID in when was it? October? It was either September or October of 2022. So it was kind of recent, it was last year, right? So when I got COVID, I got the most horrible version of COVID. I got long COVID. It was so crazy. Like I had nerve damage, I had muscle damage. It was insane. Something happened and I had to go to physical therapy for 8 weeks. I could barely teach online. I had to cancel a lot of my classes. I had to go to the emergency room. And I was like, my health was bad, right? It was very bad. And as an online teacher at the time, I was still full-time online teaching with my coaching business on the side. So I had my membership, the Limitless membership on the side. And at this point, I was like, I can't actively teach because I literally can't hold my head up. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do? And so I almost was thinking, well, if I have to quit online teaching and I'm not really making much in my coaching business because I was making about $500 to $1,000 a month, I was thinking, maybe I need to look for another career, right? Instead of burning my business to the ground and, I don't know, applying to a coffee shop or something, what I did was I invested in my second business coach, my second one-to-one business coach, which, by the way, if you've never invested in private mentorship or something like a group coaching or like really, really close proximity program, do it. It is going to change your life. I went through multiple times where I invested in courses, I invested in memberships, and hey, don't get me wrong, I love memberships. I have a membership myself. It's a great starting point. It's a great starting point. In fact, the Limitless membership is a great starting point for you if you don't know what to post to sign on clients on Instagram and TikTok. And if you want to sign clients every single week and want to figure out how to market and sell your offers. However, it's not the end all be all, you guys. At some point, I had to step up my game and invest in one-to-one support, invest in close proximity support with a mastermind and a one-to-one mentor. And that is what really allowed me to go full-time in my coaching business. I truly believe, and that's why I have mentorship programs myself. I truly believe that that is the reason that I am full-time in my business right now. So highly recommend, if you haven't had a one-to-one mentor or a group coaching type style program, to do that. So after I invested in this business coach, she really taught me how to activate my audience, how to sell more. I started selling daily on my IG stories, which I was like super nervous about because I didn't actually know how to sell. So I was like kind of just winging it. And then I also, 2 months after that, invested into a mastermind. So at this point, I was signing on Limitless members. I created a one-to-one coaching program and completely sold it out. I jumped into a mastermind worth thousands of dollars. And within 2 months of joining this mastermind, first of all, I had healed my neck pain. So I had really figured it out. I went to acupuncture, all this stuff. I basically, like, I'm telling you this because I pulled myself from the ground up. I kept going, even though it was hard, even though I could barely like move my neck. I kept going. I kept posting. I figured it out. I figured out how to get a tripod and set it up. And I made the mastermind's investment, which was $15,000, within 2 months of starting the program. So one important piece to this pie is that when I invested in the current mastermind that I'm in now, that was $15,000, and I re-signed in the same program, so that's a $30,000 investment for this year, no one celebrated me. In fact, people were a little like, you're a little delusional. Because people in my world, and I'm guessing that in your world too, that there's not a lot of people that spend $30,000 on a mentor. We spend, thousands and thousands of dollars in debt on a degree. But it's not really common for us to spend on a mentor. So when I spent money on this mentor and spent thousands of dollars on this mentor, no one was celebrating me. And I think this is really important because within all of these changes that I made, all of these kind of moves that I made in my business and investments I made and courses I created and memberships I created, no one celebrated me until I started winning. But the truth is, you guys, that I really want you to know is that you are amazing. And I'm going to celebrate you, whether you're winning or not. Whether you have seen those income goals or not, I am celebrating you with whenever you make a move for yourself in your business. When you invest in that mentor, when you post that content, when you sell on your IG lives, when you sell on your Instagram stories, when you send an email to your list, when you quit teaching online, I am going to celebrate you. But please remember that if you're looking for a trophy, if you're looking to be celebrated while you're in the process, it's not going to be a common thing for us to be celebrated because, and nothing wrong with our family and friends, but a lot of our family and friends and people in our world do not understand how the business works. Okay. So I didn't get any celebration for this. In fact, again, my husband was kind of anxious, but once he saw that I was not afraid and then the bank account started growing, he's all good now. He's all good. In fact, he brags about me to his friends. So we're all good now. But I just wanted to share with you, like, this is the real world. This is not just online. Like, this affects everyone in your family, right? And not everyone's going to celebrate you. Okay. On to the fourth move I made when I was in a little bit of a struggle bus and kind of turned it around is when I first sold my high ticket one-to-one coaching. So back it up just a little bit, because before December of 2022, I had only sold $500 programs max. That was my course, Teacher to Boss Society, in my business. And at the time, I actually was only selling at the current time in December, a $37 membership, which is the Limitless membership, which is now $49, which is still super, super affordable. If you want to jump in, we're doing a Reels challenge, Reels to Riches challenge, where we're doing 30 days of Reels to get you more growth in sales and daily DMs from dream clients on our Instagram. So check that out. But I knew that offering a higher ticket coaching program, like the one-to-one coaching program, mentorship program, could give my clients, number one, way bigger transformations in a shorter time period. And number two, would actually raise my income from 500 to 10 times in that $5,000 months, which would allow me to completely quit teaching online, which is my goal because I wanted more freedom of time, right? I didn't want to have to teach active and be live all the time. So I set out to sell my very first high ticket coaching program with my mentor and mastermind's help. It was at $1,800 at the time. And lo and behold, I ended up selling it all out. I made some content shifts. I really was a student and I refined my content and some messaging tweaks when I was selling for high ticket buyers, for buyers that are high value, ready to buy, ready to go. I'm all in. They won't ghost you. They won't say I can't afford this, that type of buyer. Okay. So again, it was really scary jumping from selling something that was $37 to selling something that was $2,000. Like that was a really scary jump. And like, I could have been like, wow, no one's going to buy. And I'm really embarrassed and I'm really ashamed. But instead, I trusted my mentor. I trusted my gut. I knew that other people were doing it. And I believed that if other people can do this, if other teacherpreneurs can do this, if other online coaches could do this, why cannot I? Why cannot I? Super formal. Why can't I? Right? Put a fire emoji if that's going to be you. You're going to sell out your high ticket coaching program this year. You're going to go on your way to 6 figures. That's going to be you. I promise you that. Put a fire emoji if that's you. So that was a really scary move. And on to the last one, you guys. The last craziest thing, and there will be, I'm sure, many more this year that I will share with you. But the last time, at this time, I was coaching one-to-one. I was teaching online full-time, and I was exhausted, you guys. Like I was waking up, posting content, teaching in online classes, posting content, showing up on IG stories, selling on IG stories, coaching clients, teaching online again, coaching on another client, and boom. So I was like back to back to back to back. I was working 2 jobs. Okay. So I knew that I had to free up my coaching time and also go full time in my coaching business. And I was pulling in like $3,000 a month at this time, which was pretty good, but I needed to pull in $5,000 a month. So let's talk about my switch from one-to-one to group coaching. So this was the last kind of scary switch that I made, one-to-one to group coaching. And the reason that this was scary is because at the time, I kind of thought that me switching from one-to-one to group, like no one was going to sign up for group because they're going to get less support from me, right? But it turned out that that was really a mindset issue on my end. So on my end, that was a mindset issue because there's actually people that prefer group coaching. There's actually people that would rather be like in a setting with other teacherpreneurs, right? Would rather be in a setting with other business owners. So on my end, I had to reflect on why it is that I thought that my group coaching program would be harder to sell. And lo and behold, you guys, boom, like this mindset shift was everything for me. So literally, I went from selling an $1,800 one-to-one mentorship program to my mentor telling me to sell a group coaching offer for $2,500, which was more than I sold my one-to-one for. So I something about me is I actually like to break the rules and stretch myself and kind of do the impossible and skip a couple steps, right? So I'm not like super like, oh, I need to do this first, and then I need to do this first, and then I need, as you can see, like in my offers, I created a course, then I created a membership, then I sold one-to-one coaching, then I sold group coaching, and now I'm on to mastermind, right? So it's like, it's all skippy, skippy, skippy. So I was like, heck with it. And I launched this program with my first ever 4-week launch. I had never really done a really good launch before and really like specifically created content around my launch. And I never did like a long AF launch. And I freaking did it. So I ended up doing a lot of work, but I sold 9 spots in this program and had a $19,000 launch, my first ever group coaching program. So if you're listening in on this, and if you take anything away from this, please take away the fact that if you believe in yourself and you have this fearless mindset and you decide, hey, I want to sell a group coaching program, even if you haven't sold your one-to-one program out, even if you haven't created a course, even if you haven't figured everything out, you can do it. I didn't have everything figured out. Heck, when I look back, my sales strategy wasn't that great. My content is way better now. But I almost sold completely out my group coaching the first time, which a lot of people don't do. So this was when I really started realizing just how capable I was of truly being limitless, which is why my brand and everything in this community is called the Limitless Leaders Community, because I believe that you can do the impossible, that you can teach beyond the limits of the classroom, that you can teach beyond the limits of a building or an online teaching platform, that you can literally be limitless in your life. You can have a limitless coaching launch. You can launch a group coaching program. You can make 6 figures or more. Like, you can build $1 million movement. You can truly be limitless. You can travel the country. You know, I have clients that are from different countries who travel to different countries. And I mean, they're truly limitless. So if you take away anything, please take that away. All right. So I want to invite you to the Fearlessly Sold Out Coach. It's a free challenge, a 3-day challenge, free. And in my experience in my coaching business, both developing a fearless mindset and having a very like connecting and converting content and sales strategy is 1,000% needed to build a 6-figure business and be successful in your business. So I'm breaking both of these down in this 3-day challenge. Again, it's called the Fearlessly Sold Out Coach. You can check it in the link below this YouTube video. It's going down starting this Thursday, September 14th. And it's going to go for 3 days. So it's going to go Tuesday the 19th and also next Thursday. Once you sign in, you're also going to get the replays. So if you can't show up when we are live, it is a live event, you will get the replays, and you will also get in on Slack group coaching throughout the entire week. So starting Thursday to next Thursday, you are going to get actually coached by me in Slack. You can ask questions, you can connect and network with other teacherpreneurs and online coaches. I'm going to be giving you homework that I'm going to audit your content for you. I'm going to audit your sales messaging. I'm going to audit your offers. Like, it's going to be like legit coaching, and like you're in a real mastermind with me. So, I would love to have you at this. I'm going to go over the exact 4 steps that I took to be on my way to 6 figures in my coaching business and to get sold out, both in my group coaching programs and my one-to-one coaching programs, and to sign on members every single week into my membership. So I'm going to teach you the content to this. The first step that we're talking about is dream clients and creating irresistible offers for your dream clients. The second step is to create converting and connecting content. So I'm talking about my 5 content types that have allowed me to attract my dream clients and get daily DMs from people interested in my offers. The third step I took was to, goodness gracious, why am I having a brain fart now? No, that was the third, is converting content. What am I talking about? Now I'm all backwards, but there's 4 steps. So anyways, let me figure this out for a second. I'm having the most massive brain fart. And also I just like to say brain fart, so. Oh, sorry, it's a 3-day event. Okay, so 1 is dream clients. We're going to figure out the messaging for your dream clients. 2 is creating irresistible offers. 3 is creating content that converts. And 4 is getting sold out in your launch. So I'm going to teach you the 4-phase launch that I use to have a $19,000 launch. And this is whenever I launch anything, group coaching, mastermind, one-to-one coaching, this is what I do. So I cannot wait to see you there. Check it out, the link below. You can also, if you're like, I want to do that, but I also want to get started and I want to know exactly what to post to make 5K months and beyond to replace my teaching income on Instagram and TikTok and all the things, then I want to start right away. Then you can sign up to the Limitless membership. And if you feel like, oh my gosh, okay, I can do this challenge, but I'm ready for a one-to-one mentor and you are it. Like, I'm in for you, girl. I want to be mentored by Jenna, and I want to learn how to build a 6-figure limitless business, and I want to transition completely out of teaching. Then we can chat details about what the best program is for you, whether that's one-to-one mentorship. There's a couple spots open for that. Or that is some type of group coaching. So you can reach out to me on Instagram. I also put that link below. Thank you so much if you're watching the replay here. Thank you so much for coming, for those of you who hopped in, and I will see you next Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cannot wait. I will see you soon. Bye, you guys.